Hey everybody, Greg Pruitt here with Idaho Dispatch, and today I am sitting down with Representative Zach Brooks, who is an active legislator, or I guess what we might call a substitute legislator. That seemed like a fair...
Fill in, alternate, whatever, it all applies.
Whatever. Okay, so we wanted to kind of do this, and this happens, several times throughout the session where a legislator is gone, and then they're gone for a few days. And so I guess if you can kind of explain to people what the role of a fill-in legislator is and does, and what you can and can't do, or whatever, in comparison to who you're filling in for. And I guess if you can let people know which district you're from,
Okay.
who you're filling in for, and kind of where your district covers.
Okay, so I am filling in for Representative Tammy Nichols, District 11, Seat B in the House of Representatives. To my knowledge, there's not a whole lot that nobody's told me I can't do anything. I mean, everybody knows, I'm here for at least 3 days, probably just 3 days. Tammy should be coming back Sunday to be here on Monday. I have one little piece of legislation that I had, asked Tammy to get through legislative services for me. I might actually get to present that as fill-in representative. You'll notice on my name tag it doesn't actually have my name, so that tells everybody I'm a representative. I can go into all the places that a representative can, but I'm temporary. I kind of think of like somebody that crossed the picket line or something. Like a fill-in, not that bad, but anyway, so I go to all the same committee meetings that she goes to. I go to the House floor sessions. I vote. It's still her name up on the board,
Okay.
when I hit red or green. I think what it shows on the legislative website, when it shows the voting, it'll have her name and then mine in parentheses to designate that it was me voting. Just in case I vote differently than she would, which I don't think I have yet. But that it would show that it was actually me voting instead of her. So
Okay, so you can get up on the House floor and debate bills, and obviously you're voting on them, but you're allowed to stand up and
yeah, I'm allowed
debate just as you
to
would.
make any comments on the floor or in committee. Trying to think of what else.
Is it typical for a fill-in to? I mean, is there a certain time frame? Like a legislator has to be gone for 3 days
It
in
is
order
3
for
days.
three. Okay,
yeah,
3
it's
days.
3 days. I thought I was going to do this last year during the session, but Tammy was only going to be gone, I think, 2, and so they told her it needed to be 3, and so that's how that happened. But yeah, and sometimes there's a couple members on the Senate side that have been gone for, I guess, almost 2 working weeks. So they've had fill-ins. I think the official document says you are the active representative or active senator for whatever that seat is.
Okay.
Going forward until sometimes it has a specific date. The way Tammy had it worded was just in case like her flight didn't get back in time on Sunday, I could show up Monday and still be okay, kind of thing.
Okay. So, are you sworn in like a normal legislator is at the beginning of session?
Depends on your definition of normal, but yes, I'm sworn in. It's a very quick Speaker of the House. Just makes you raise your right arm, rattle off after him, and you're in.
You're in.
I'm pretty sure his chief of staff serves as the witness, and by that time I already had my paperwork and the little badge. They give you a badge to get around, so mine doesn't have the picture like the actual elected representatives have, but it lets me get into all the doors and everything. And
So yesterday was your first day?
yesterday
Right.
was my first day, and I should be done through tomorrow.
Yeah. So what has it been like so far? Like, once you're sworn in, you go sit on the House floor. Not a lot of people get to do that, right? There's only 105 legislators.
Yeah.
And they rotate out every couple of years, a number of them. So what is that like? Is sitting in there and being part of that body?
I guess the biggest thing is more or less the vantage point. I mean, I've sat in the gallery. If you've come enough and sat in on sessions, you know the drill from it's literally just a different vantage point, and you get to vote.
Yeah.
If I were going to be here for like a couple weeks, it would be a lot easier to get to a place to where like I'm reading the legislation as fast as I can. Thankfully I sit around a bunch of people and that can help with that. Or in times like this where it's before going to the session, I can go meet with legislators and be like, hey, where are you at on this? I haven't obviously been in the committee meetings to hear all of the debate and everything before it goes to the floor. So I'm trying to play catch up. So I'm not just sitting there looking at the board. Okay, how did this person vote? Okay, I'll match it, kind of thing. I know a lot of people do that. Let's see what else. I went on a tangent there.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, I can. So I mean, pretty much everything. Everyone has been really welcoming. I mean, I was kind of wondering about that. I mean, I'm not some stranger to most of these people because I've run for elected office already. So I kind of wondered how the reception would be that way. But everybody has, in fact, the first person to call me so you're on the floor, probably seen everybody has a phone. The first person to call me was seatmate Representative Scott Syme.
Okay.
After I sat down. So that was really nice of him, a kind gesture on his part. And several other people that I knew in the caucus, when we sat down, they saw me, so they're all calling me and saying, "Hey, it's good to see you down here," and how long you staying, for people that didn't know. But I guess when it's only 3 days, I'm not trying to carry any big legislation, so I'm not having to do all the groundwork and behind the scenes trying to work on the language with people and get them to just either sign on as a co-sponsor, say yeah, I'll support it, that kind of thing. Similar things that we've done, like I've been a part of on the outside as just a regular citizen. One of the things I was thinking about this morning, though, was when you are here and you have to like jump through committee floor, committee in the afternoon, and people are trying to meet with you. They see the black tag, so they just want to stop and talk to you, kind of thing. But there's a bubble here, and you like have a greater appreciation of the bubble, because you can show up however early you want in the morning. So if you show up at 7 a.m., it's really easy to leave here 5, 6, or even later. You go home, you spend an hour with your family, a couple hours, they go to bed, and then you're getting up early and doing it all over again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so for a lot of them, you can see why after 3 months they look like they got hit by a truck. If you're not used to that or built for it. And you can see why a lot of them in that wearing down process are just like, okay, leave me alone, I'll support it, kind of thing, rather than still having the vigor to, stand upon principles and fight for or against stuff. So it's pretty interesting in that regard, just from an observational standpoint, because I have a little more free time than most the actual legislators.
Yeah. Okay. Well, awesome. Anything else you want to add?
I think that's it.
Awesome. Well, cool. Thanks for sitting down, and we appreciate you kind of filling us in on what an active or substitute legislator does.
Yeah, you bet. My pleasure. Thanks.